Alright everybody, what is going on? It is your boy, Distinct Inferno, and before we get into this video guys, covering the news for the new update for Dragon Ball Legends coming out with the new Turles and Goku, I would like to say I have went ahead and fixed all the issues with the recordings. I have done everything that is done to be needed for streams, and we should be getting back to our daily uploads and streams. Streams not so much because there's just not enough content to really stream at the moment, but whenever we do get like bigger content farming in terms of such as Zenkai farming like Zenkai Trunks was, we will do daily streams for that and stuff like that. But for now, we're going to be trying to stream just as much as we can and just getting as much content out. We will do daily videos though. And with that being said, guys, let's go and get into the video and take a look at the new news. So, to begin with, we have Zenkai Broly's banner coming back. So that's going to be there, but it is not with the reduced cost still. And then aside from that, we have the new Legends Rising the Crusader banner. Or the Crusher banner, excuse me. So we'll be taking a look at that. And that's pretty much it in terms of what the banners are. The Legends Rising is going to be going away really soon. It's only 5 days left on that. So if you're going to summon on that, do that as soon as possible. And here is the Legends Rising, the Crusher, 99 Z power. And that's only for multi-pack, multi-summons. You have the daily discounts. There's the new Goku and the new Turles. Goku is indeed green, so that's pretty good for movies, as well as Turles. Raditz is on the banner, which I think this might be his first time being back on a banner. Yellow Gohan's pretty good. Purple Trunks is decent. Yellow Bardock is pretty much not the unit you want to use on a Saiyan team. Zenkai Vegeta, if you don't have him 7 stars. This guy's a good Z ability for movies. Metacooler's kind of meh. Tapion's also kind of meh. But Tapion is probably the best red unit you can use besides Janemba for movies. His Z ability, however, is better than Janemba's. As far as the extremes go, I don't believe they have added in the Super Warrior EXs. Does not look like it. If they were, they would have been more so at the top. So yeah, no new EXs still have been added to the pool. Still just the normals. And I think Borgos might be a new one. I don't know if he was on the last one, but he is on this one. So if you haven't pulled Borgos yet, he is on the banner for you to pull. And of course we have new units. There is tickets for this banner that you can get through probably doing adventures. I believe we can look at that once we go over to that section. But let's go ahead and take a look at Super Saiyan Goku. To begin with, I want to say his art and his Turles' art is actually really good. So I find that pretty fun to look at. So that's pretty good. He's a melee type. He's green. Sagas from the movies. He's also a Super Saiyan, so you could run him with the Bardock setup. So that's all fine and dandy. And let's go ahead and take a look at his kit here. His stats are, you know, they're actually pretty good. If you look at him on the other side, his stats are actually pretty good. His main ability, let's end this, draws a special move arts card and restores ki by 50, increases card art draw speed by 2 levels for 10 counts. That is, I believe, the exact same ability as LF Green Vegeta. I'm going to actually go ahead and confirm that off screen real quick. Going to go check out. Yeah, that is the exact same ability as LF Green Vegeta for the card art draw speed. And he restores ki, which allows you to kill TD Kami. And he draws a special move arts, which is his entire kit, which we'll get to. His entire kit is doing a bunch of damage with that. Then, we will get back to this later once we go over to the new events. Supreme Warrior is his first unique ability. 30% of damage inflicted against tag regen cannot be cancelled. That's pretty important, is the cannot be cancelled. And then the next part is, applies the following effect to self when this character enters the battlefield. So every time he comes in, he draws a strike card, gets 40% to strike damage inflicted for 20 counts, and reduces damage received by 30% for 20 counts, and gets minus 15 to special move arts for 20 counts. That's a really good unique for his kit, because his kit, which we'll get to, is right here, 20% to special move damage inflicted every time he uses a strike card. So that really works very well with this kit and his main ability. He's very similar to transforming Blue Vegeta. And then you have Collision Force. Applies the following effect itself after enemy attack is over, which I believe would count for a tap blast as well. So he restores ki by 25, gives you 50% strike damage for 15 counts, and reduces damage received by 30% for 10 times, but cannot be stacked. So I'm assuming if they just keep tap blasting you, you could actually get a ridiculous amount of strike damage with his card right here. Or if you bring him in and they use a blue card and you use that, you also get this passive right here. So this is a pretty good passive. And every time your health falls below 30%, or every time your health falls below 50%, you restore 30% of it. which is also really good. And 50% is, I believe, yellow HP. So after you fall below yellow, you restore 30% HP, which is really good. And we went over his strike card. That's like the main thing with his kit. His blue card has cover cut on it, similar to the, I think, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and not Vegeta, maybe. But Goku, I believe, does have this. So massive impact damage and minus 100% to enemy sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts upon activation. And he has blast armor on it. So very similar to yellow transforming Vegeta. Very similar to yellow transforming Vegeta. And then his green card is 20% to strike damage inflicted and change own blast to start strike cards. Very good ability there for his kit as well. His Z ability is actually really good. At 6 stars, it is Saiyan and Sagas from the movie Strike, Attack, and Defense. Very good Z ability right there. Is he better than some of the other units that you have as Green Saiyans? Not exactly. His main ability is really good. He's very similar to Ella Vegeta, like I said before. But he does not have a lot of key recovery in his kit or card draw speed outside of that main ability. So that does hurt him a little bit because he wants to chain as many cards as you can, but he can't do that unless you pop his main, but that's only for 10 seconds. So if you come in, you can even use like 3 strike cards, that's an extra 80% to your special move damage, which is really, really good. And his strike cards are probably going to hurt like a ton too. So still a really good unit. His only weaknesses I'm seeing is he doesn't have a lot of key recovery, aside from this passive right here, where you get it after they hit you, restore 25 key, but you're not going to get that in the middle of your combo. That's only your main ability. But that's, overall, I think he's a really good unit. I would say probably at least high tier 1, low S tier is where I'd put him. If I was rating him as a unit, is where I'd put him. Then we have the one, the myth, the legend, Turles himself. He's a yellow type, which is interesting. But his kit is actually very interesting. I did take a look at it before. So main ability, he draws an Ultimate Arts card, Sudden Storm next, restores his own health by 30%. And they're gonna change the music there. And gets ki by 30 back and reduces enemy's ki by 40. That's a really good main ability right there. And he has a 25 count to use it, so you can use it pretty early. Then his first unique ability shortens allies sub count by 1 every time he comes in. That's really good because that makes your whole team sub count be 9 for the rest of the match. That's really good because he just comes in, boom, 9 seconds now, or 8 seconds, or whatever they're at, right? For some units, their sub count is at 8 seconds base. Sometimes it's longer, sometimes shorter, but for the most part, it's 10 for most units. So you pretty much lower your sub count by 1 every time you come in with them, which is pretty good. And the other thing that's really good about him, for the first 60 seconds of the match, he supports your entire team with uncancelable support buffs, giving them 25% extra damage and 40% key recovery, which, if you really think about it, is increasing your whole team's damage by 50%. And giving an extra 80% key recovery because of the 2 units. But for the key recovery, it's not as noticeable as the damage because that's 25% extra damage for the other 2 units on your team as well as key recovery. This synergizes really well with the new Green Goku because he doesn't have built-in key recovery. So him getting this key recovery is going to help him out a lot, and as well as the extra damage. Like it's going to just be really good synergy because of this support passive right here. Then his second unique is this. The following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. 30% damage inflicted cannot be stacked, and inflicts all enemies with attribute down good plus 20% to damage received for 20 counts. That's a really good debuff, but most people are immune, so that's where the issue comes in with that. And you also can't apply it to the whole enemy team, so if their immunity is when they come in, they can still get debuffed if you apply it before they come in. But with this guy, you can't really debuff them if they're already immune when they're inside. So it goes both ways with that main ability right there. It's kind of useless, but at the same time useful. It just depends on who you're fighting. And then allows the following effect itself every time when faced with an enemy. So every time they switch out, you get this. So randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. So that also applies, I think, when you come in, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And -3 to own strike and blast arts cost for 10 counts. So that's pretty good. So every time they switch in and out, that's kind of like you get just minus cost, minus cost, minus cost. So I think you could get up to -6 on your cost and draw 2 extra cards possibly. So that's pretty decent. So no blast armor. He has normal strike and blast cards. His special move has a debuff on it. It is -80% to key recovery for 10 counts on hit. That's pretty good if they can be debuffed again. His green card I would have to actually use, but you can use it to start a combo, which is also really good. He increases card art draw speed by 1 level on activation, so very similar to Shallot. However, the only issue is if they have a cover swap, then this is kind of useless because they know what card you're going to do when you use it to combo. So It can be both ways, but it's still a really good green card. So, and it also puts an attribute downgrade of +5 to sub count for that one enemy. So I believe when you use this, I'd have to see it in use, but I don't think it's like a lock-in where when you pop that, they can't switch in or out. But if it is, this guy's going to be really good because then you can combo any card you want without having to worry about the enemy having their ability to just cover change. So if that is how it works, that's going to be really good. If not, that's a little bit of a downside, but still really good. You can also combo his ultimate off of this, which is also very solid. But I think this is a pretty good green card. His ultimate ability is what they advertise him with. So after you pop his ultimate, you get 70% damage inflicted, 20% damage cut, and 70% key recovery, and minus 30 to the enemy's sustained damage cut as an upgrade. And none of these are cancelable. That is huge in a meta where every character can cancel your buffs. That is absolutely huge. So this ultimate is very good for him. And as the rest of his kit, it works really well with this as well. So his Z ability is not the best actually. So he gets only a single stat, which is blast attack for sagas from the movies, but then powerful opponents also get strike attack by a decent margin. So overall still pretty good, and you only need to get him to 3 stars. So for him, you want to try and get him to 3 stars, and Goku you want 6 stars. So that's the way they have him set up. But if you can get both of them, they work really well together with each other. But those are the 2 new units. There is no new EXs or anything, but I think these are really good. This is the ticket banner, of course, the Legend Rising, the Crusher ticket banner. You can probably get this by doing adventures, and it's the same drop rate as anything else, so you could pull the new units on that. However, other than that, those are the new units. We have some new events coming back. Not new events, but we have some events coming back. So, we have Ultra Space Time Rush getting a reset. That's a free 500cc right there for you, as well as some Rush limited tickets. Knockdown the Immortal Vegeta. I don't have 100% confirmation if this is getting a new stage on hard mode. As far as I know, it's not new, but I'd be surprised if it was, because this event has come back a lot of times, so I'm pretty sure hard mode on this one is not new. And then we have this new Turles event. We also have Kabe coming back. These are both events that they're just returning to get your adventures up. That's all these are here for. So I doubt they're adding new difficulties to that. Nappa's event is actually coming back. So all the stages for this will be available day 1, I believe. Yeah, so all the stages for this are available. I don't think it has gotten any new stages except for maybe this. No, I don't even think this is new. So it has all old stages, but you do have bonus drops for characters on as well as damage there. But you do have bonus drop characters now, so you can get extra screws, all this stuff. All of these are units you should have except for maybe LF Goten. This is the one that's kind of scummy, is because like the new units are giving you the extra Z power. That's kind of scummy. But you can get 14-star Nappa, I'm pretty sure, if you want to now. Which Nappa is actually a pretty fun unit, so I might consider doing that and doing a showcase on him. So we'll see about that. But we might work on that maybe on a stream tomorrow, because we are not going to stream today. I'm going to announce that right now. We're not going to be doing a stream today because there's just not enough content in this update for that. But I will maybe do a stream tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll announce it on the Discord. But that's the Nappa event. This is the new Turles event, which is interesting because this is Z power, but we don't know exactly which kind. I doubt it's LF, but Z power nonetheless is pretty good. It says play every day to upgrade Turles, which I'm guessing this is the old Turles, not the new one, because that wouldn't make sense. And it's not a rising battle either. There's a lot of stages on it though. So tonight we can do everything up to battle 6, and we do get these medals. We don't know what we can exchange these for yet, but I'm assuming it's obviously the CC and this. So that's available, but we do not have access to this challenge battle until August 2nd. And oh, some of these bonuses are available tomorrow. Yeah, so we have bonus battle 1 available today. Bonus battle 2 becomes available tomorrow. Bonus battle 3 becomes available the day after. So yeah, the bonus battles are going to be available on a daily rotation. So they unlock daily. That's pretty decent. They're just CC battles. And that goes all the way up to bonus battle 14, which is what they mean when they say do the daily and play it every day. So that's what it's there for. We will see what the exchange shop is like on stream tomorrow and see what's up with it. But this is a pretty good event, honestly. Pretty good. Good amount of CC from this, I'm guessing. So we'll see what the exchange shop looks like. But that's pretty much it for the new events. I'm going to head over to the mission section and see if, because I do remember them advertising, yeah, you are able to look at what you can get from completing missions now. So you get the medals, some energy tickets, and skip tickets. Yeah, so you're basically just medals, collect medals. Yeah, that's really all that is. But that's a lot of CC here. A lot of good stuff, but you're gonna have to spend energy on this, so be wary of that. It looks very similar to the Super Warriors event we had. These are the upcoming adventure missions. So you have CC, you have tickets, and that's pretty much it to really look at there. And of course you have the other stuff. Kabe's event coming back, obviously. There's that. And Elite Soldier. So this is the Napa event. Is there a requirement? Yeah, so I'm guessing we can now obviously get Napa to red 7 because that's a mission here. So I'm guessing they're making that available as an option too. Spending 500 energy. Yeah, so Napa is 14 starable now, and Napa is actually a really good unit in my opinion. So this is gonna be interesting to see the Saiyan teams with him now, but he's not gonna be better than like Super Saiyan for Goku, but he's a support unit, so you gotta keep that in mind. He's not a damage, but we'll see. Nappa was really good when he came out, so we'll see how he fits into the meta now. But I believe that's about it, to be honest. I don't think we have much of anything else. We can't look at the exchange shop on DBZ Space. I don't believe there is any new equipment, but I'm not 100% sure on that. No new awakened equipments for LFs, which is kind of depressing because we still haven't got Vegito's LF equipment for some odd reason. I feel like that should have been released a good minute ago. I think this might actually be new. Awakened Fruit Tree of the Might. This looks like it might be new because I don't remember seeing this before, but Blast Attack can go up pretty high on this. Bonus damage to Sun Family. I mean, if Sun Family was like, you know, important in the meta, this could be good, but overall pretty decent equip, to be honest, but not the most meta defining equip right there. But yeah, that's about it, I believe. Take one more look at missions real quick. Yeah. These are upcoming. This is interesting. I don't know why Super Saiyan 4s are on it. That's, I don't know, man. August coming up. Super Saiyan 4s on the monthly mission. Is this like a teaser for potentially Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta coming out, maybe? That seems kind of suspect, man. That seems kind of suspect. So that'll be interesting to see what this is leading up to. So we might be getting a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That looks like a possibility with that, to me at least. But we will see. We will see. I do like that art, though. That's pretty clean art right there. So we will see what next month looks like, man. But I don't know, man. Kind of looks like they're teasing this GT unit coming out. And Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is kind of the big one that's missing. So with that being said, guys, this is what is Inferno. Signing out.